has joined the meeting.
Yes, my liege, you have summoned me. What is thine infernal command?
Desiderius, your plan to provoke the barbecutioner down to us has seemingly failed.
Master!
Failed! And without him, say it!
The circle is broken.
And the demon pack severed.
Has joined the meeting.
I assure you, Master, he will come for the foul creature. Self-serving, treacherous bastard as he is, he has newfound loyalties to his new cabal.
Has joined the meeting.
Oh, hey, sorry I'm late. Shit came up, Mama.
What is he doing here?
Well, I just wanted to pop in and see your sweet face. Oh, and finishing what you started, dickhead. Oh, fucking guy.
Master, I beg of you, I implore you.
You will beg, Desiderius. That I can assure you.
But I captured the beast, eviscerated the fucking court fool.
About that, Daddy, you didn't finish the job. It seems that Castillo, the court fool, is alive and well.
Deceiver! Charlatan! This is outrageous!
Silence! Status report, Moondog.
Oh, well, you sure that this guy is the threat that you think he is?
Of all the hordes of Leviathan, of the entire order of Iridius Gorma, none more ruthless and cruel. You summoned Cassine, the barbecutioner, that sufferest flames of fire to burn the rich when the sum of thy religion rests.
Cool. It's just that I literally saw him 20 minutes ago taking a bite out of a head of lettuce and a mouthful of bacon bits. And then proceeded to squirt French dressing directly into his mouth because he couldn't be bothered to empty the dishwasher.
Speak your truth, Casanova, but I suggest you be very succinct and cautious over your next choice of words.
Well, Jack, I've come across a lot of ruthless bastards in my time, but never one that generally gets excited over 70s McDonald's Treat of the Week and Sanford & Son reruns, is all I'm saying.
Underestimating him proved to be a sizable blunder for the first crew of the Quarthon. Isn't that right, Desiderius?
Well, speaking of the Quarthon, and you'll have to pardon this blatant exposition coming up here, but there's a whole how-do-you-do plan to retrieve that ship's,
Good. Then he's finally received the precise position of the cyborg.
You sent the Phantom Penis! Oh shit, that makes sense now. He can barely find a pair of matching socks, let alone a seized cruiser in the Alaskan wilderness.
So, the trap is sprung. Splendid.
As predicted! I knew he would not let that vile organism rot down here!
Whoa, Daddy, that sounds like a big I told you so. And with all due respect, I have a good mind to come down there, whip up that tunic, and slap that green-ass red myself!
Enough! Hold up, Godspeed. Real estate.
Master!
You're breaking up, Daddy. I can't understand shit that you're saying.
Master! You fucking peon. You have disrespected me for the last time.
Disrespect? Oh, no. You got me all wrong. I'm a huge fan. I have all your records. And that last album, that was an acquired taste. But it's a grower, and I'm slowly getting it. But for the record, Crumple Foreskin
Has joined the meeting.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Sure.
Yes, my liege.
Excellent. Casanova, assist the barbecutioner on his quest to retrieve the ship and guide him with these navigation coordinates through the dark path of Aragoth.
Oh, that's a big can-do.
Desiderius,
Command me, Lord!
expect the arrival of Spectre General and the crew of the Nocturnus.
Spectre General?
Oh, fuck, Spectre General. Getting the band back together, I see. Good luck with that.
Luck. The pieces and pawns will come together again. Satan will fall, the serpent will be awakened once again, and the light will be bathed in darkness.
St. Alfonso's pancake breakfast! That was bad!
Goddamn, light a match or something.
Here, brother! Ow, my ass hurts.
The Aztec two-step.
You could shit through the eye of a needle, that's how bad it is. I knew that beef madras was off. Fuck! What's this?
I made you a drink.
Who are you, Satan? Fuck no!
It's Pepto and vodka.
Skeleton was a nice touch, and I like the little strawberry with the axe.
We'll drink up and you'll be fine in a bit, man. Don't be a puss bag.
Go out! In public! I don't mean to be graphic, but in case you didn't notice when I sauntered in here like a bow-legged cowboy, I had to shave all the fur around my bumhole. It looks like the Sarlacc Pit's grandfather down there, and I'm a little self-conscious.
Well, alright, man. Well, let's just do this show together. Give me a time to get primed up and have a pre-ham session before 11.
Well, alright, let's get down and dirty, denizens of the underworld. Happy Halloween, and... Shit, put it on silent. Hold up. Superstation 66.
Hey, what's up?
Trying to do a show.
Oh, sorry. Listen, I got the boogeyman, headless eyes, and I dismember mama. Bad news is that Pieces is rented out.
Well, that's a drag.
Bummer.
Listen to me. Hear me out. Kenny and Company.
No!
No, every goddamn year with that, I swear to
I
God.
mean, it's delightful, but I gotta draw a line in the sand.
Obsessed, not 7-year-old children.
Shit, okay. I'll look around. Ooh, Abdullah the Butcher.
Hey now, brown cow. Dula the Butcher.
Alright, wrestling. Well, that's a good compromise.
All right, I'll send him over in a bit, and you can meet me at the show at about 11:30 or so. Oh, how's your diarrhea, by the way?
Lethal.
Told you that madras smelled off.
Well, you should smell it now.
All right, I'll talk to you later. I love you.
Okay, cool. What?
I said I love you. You know, as a friend. I really value our friendship.
Yes.
Anything you want to say?
Yeah. A nice person.
Oh, wow. It's okay. I can feel it. I love you, Castillo.
I love you, dude.
Anyway, it's that time, kids. The annual Halloween Spectacular 3. And tonight of all nights, the heavy metal graciously bows out so that we can pay our loving respects to our other musical obsession, horror movie soundtracks. Pop some corn, grab a Pepto and gin.
Vodka, Crystal Skull. I call it the Muriel Hemingway.
Very good then. So pop some fucking popcorn, I guess, and raise your Muriel Hemingways. Tourist Trap. Would anyone care for a refill of Pinot Donaggio in 1979? Tourist Trap has got to go down as one of the most misunderstood, delightfully insane little horror films that pays all sorts of homage to the Twilight Zone, House of Wax, EC Comics, Giallo, and Carrie. A ghoulish goulash that somehow got lost in the onslaught of teenage slashers that repeatedly got re-regurgitated in the 80s.
I'd call it the Uriah Heep of proto-slashers.
Yes! Yes, I like that. Anyway, some young 20-something teenage tourists find themselves lured into an odd roadside wax museum called Slowden's Lost Oasis. And that's run by an oddly charming recluse of Chuck Connors. Yes, from The Rifleman. What can I say? It was a wonderful time when washed-out 50s western stars like Rory Calhoun and Cameron Mitchell all started showing up in schlock. A man's gotta eat, and we were made better for it. Predictably, he's a psychopath, and all his mannequins are actually past victims. Ooh, shit.
Chills.
And if you think that's all, fuck you, because he also has the power of telekinesis and ventriloquism to make his creations come to life. Much like this drink, Castillo. Oh, sure, any asshole can pour Pepto and vodka in a glass, but they add a little strawberry with a little axe and dripping grenadine.
And rimmed with crushed Smarties.
Exactly, the extra mile. And if I may quote one of my favorite assholes, Yngwie Malmsteen, more is more.
Hey, did you know that in Canada, Smarties are more like colorful M&Ms? And the U.S. Smarties are called Rockets.
No shit.
Swear to God. Found that out when I was working in Edmonton as a storyboard artist for Prom Night 2.
Huh. Musically, much like the film itself, Pinot Donaggio takes us on a playful, sinister funhouse ride, borrowing heavily from other classic influences. Orchestral cues, prog, haunting female a cappella, brooding ethereal piano and harpsichords, even slide whistles. Not to mention other nightmarish and mischievous music that you'd associate with broken music boxes, or circuses run by escaped mental patients. I've got to say, Pino, you've aged well.
And let us not fail to recognize the magic of Tanya Roberts in that tube top. Choice. Alright, we're in the majors now. Because in the 80s, this was the only soundtrack release for Friday the 13th. Released in 1982 along with the third installment of the franchise. Hey, what's your favorite Friday, by the way?
Part 4, final chapter, easily. Crispin Glover dancing the line. I mean, come on.
I can't help it. I feel like a troll or an edgelord by saying this, but Part 5, so up my alley, man.
What?
It really is. Because it's almost porno in execution. It's mean-spirited. It is coke fuel that has a high body and titty count. Dennis Steinman, you were a crude pervert. Tough and seemingly devoid of class and restraint. But you were my crude pervert.
Steinman was a porn director.
That is true, but you know who wasn't? Steve Miner, and to his detriment. Now, I love his part 2. It's my third favorite.
Part 2 is your third favorite? That's my second.
Part 4 is my second favorite.
Part 1 is my third.
Part 6 my fifth. Part 7 my sixth. Part 3 my seventh. And Part 8, well, it's my Part 8.
Part 6 is your fourth?
Part 6 is my third, man. Keep up.
What about the post-Paramount years?
Fuck the post-Paramount years. You're trying to get me all worked up here? God damn it. Anyway, Part 3 is like devoid of any likable characters, man. It's terrible acting. I mean, it's almost hostile. And Jason is kind of like a mutant Hills Have Eyes like rapist in this one. I don't think so. Anyways, I get it. Steve Miner was up to his tits in the 3D process. There was no time to direct. I've been there.
But he gets his hockey mask in Part 3.
I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry you had to hear that. Like it was something you didn't already know and they was dropping some deep track knowledge on the mythos of Jason Voorhees. No shit.
Yes, the mask. Alright. It's just that it's my fifth favorite, and I was just standing up for it. Also, I find it offensive that when Debbie gets killed in that one, she's supposedly pregnant, and yet the fetus is never on any body count listings.
Are you suggesting that it may be commentary on Steve Miner's part regarding his pro-life stance?
What I'm saying is a kill's a kill. Let's not get offensive here, shit.
Well, you know what's not offensive? This soundtrack. On one side, yes, you have Harry Manfredini's score from parts 1 to 3. See, Manfredini's a classically trained jazz sax cat, man. And he's been a part of some pretty avant-garde music projects. But the fun thing about the Friday score is that it's almost like an additional character. And that whole I mean, that's his own voice put through an Echoplex filter. And as you all know, yes, it's Killer and Mommy.
Who's Mr. Obvious now?
Shut up. The music is fantastic. There's orchestral swells, it's mournful, it's creepy, it's iconic horror music. However, the other side is a track by a mystery band called Hot Ice. Now, pre-internet days, I didn't have a clue who that was. Now, it turns out to be Harry Manfredini. But this time, he's collaborating with disco regular Michael Zeger. It is truly the bright shining star of the third installment. To be able to translate the menacing frenzy of Friday main theme, man, and morph it into a genuinely awesome piece of ultra-dated electronica. It makes it a mandatory staple for any Euro dance party. And I not only wager the car, but the house as well, that it would work pretty goddamn well in massage parlors and bathhouses too.
I heard it at Plato's Retreat one time. Transylvania 6! 5,000. I remember having to duck into a Montgomeryville, PA mall to escape some heat from a job that I did in '85. And unknowingly, I was treated to a double screening of this. And Remo Williams. Remo Williams was everything that a fan of the paperback and men's adventure tales could dream of. And let me just say that if you're a fan of white people in Asian makeup, you're gonna love it. But sadly, I was one of the few that appreciated this take on the Destroyer series. Even sadder was the fact that midway through the screening of the second feature, Transylvania 6 5000, I was yet again the only one who was in on the gag. People left in droves. Even the hookers conducting their businesses from one aisle to the next opted to move to the neighboring screening of Care Bears the movie in their first big screen adaptation. And if that was not depressing enough for a whole different spectrum of reasons, I was left feeling that maybe I had bad taste. Like I was that one guy who stood and clapped when Gallagher smashed yet another watermelon with an oversized mallet. Or the guy who sung the praises of Saved by the Bell the next class. Or heaven forbid, the guy who puts ketchup on steak. Ed Begley Jr. and Jeff Goldblum, they play two grocery tabloid journalists, and they're sent to modern-day Transylvania to investigate a string of Frankenstein sightings. Gina Davis's boobs. Kramer, Ferris Bueller's principal, John Bonner from Bazaar, and Carol Kane? How is this not working for you people? I found it hysterical. Yes, obviously inspired by the popularity of the black comedy and spook-themed antics of Ghostbusters, but to unfairly dismiss it as a derivative imitation? No, hardly the case. If anything, it's a worthy send-up to the Abbott and Costello Bowery Boys and Looney Tunes that inspired Ramis and Aykroyd as well. And music-wise, if we're going to continue that comparison to Ghostbusters, Lee Holdridge's score is very different to Elmer Bernstein's. Ghostbusters' score is almost silly, detached to the action and carefree, kinda like a Bill Murray performance. It plays it for cheap laughs. It's a class clown. Holdridge, on the other hand, plays it straight as a whip, despite the silliness happening on the screen. Dare I say a straight man, Bud Abbott, to Bernstein's Lou Costello. Admittedly, the mandatory 80s pop title theme song is nowhere in the same league as Ray Parker Jr.'s. But it does have an uncanny ability to crawl in your ear and live for eternity, even after one listen, and that is supernatural enough.
I'm gonna say something here that I believe to be absolute unequivocal truth. Creepshow is a perfect movie, written and directed without fault, and scored by the infallible John Harrison. Music that incomprehensibly manages to effortlessly match the ghoulish comic book energy and colorful visuals that just drip out of the screen, and they even amplify it. Now, there have been many other horror anthologies made over the years, but none, including this film's own sequel, has ever managed to outdo it. Stephen King and George Romero's love letter to the infamous EC comic publications of the 40s and 50s, man. Their graphic content made them public enemy #1, and that led to that strangling comics code bullshit. You know, to like protect children from turning into deviant rapist cannibals, or worse, communists. This soundtrack is a perfect blend of gothic and camp, man. Fearless in its use of dark and sin. That remind me of Howarth and Carpenter's Halloween 3 score. And I gotta say, at times, almost Jerry Goldsmith Poltergeist theme-like, with an eerie yet comforting lullaby that lends even more flavor and charm to the film. Despite not being a professionally trained composer, he impressed Romero so much that he was hired to do the Day of the Dead soundtrack. That very same score that was recently used in Stranger Things.
Wasn't that Creepshow theme or something on it used by Eli Roth?
Haha! The Thanksgiving trailer. God damn, speaking of perfection. Anyway, it's creepy. I shit you not. There are moments on here that scare me. Like listening to Blue House North or Shakira.
How can something with that ass make those sounds? God is truly not on our side. I have to say, you're unusually reverent in this review.
At the end of the day, Texas Mike, I'm just a man. I feel, I yearn. Creepshow, dude. Anyway, go on. Let's wrap this up. Fuck, I'm getting emotional.
Okay, you're gonna have to forgive me here, because I'm gonna cheat here. It's not a soundtrack. But you mentioning synthwave. It gave me a hankering for this bad boy. Filmmaker Love Market. Gaze into its bubblegum pink cover. I guess it's more cold synth. And if I'm being honest with myself, it's really industrial techno. I get it. Those two words together make me physically ill too. That said, if there's an auditory musical equivalent of a Rorschach test that I'm unaware of, I'd have no choice but to describe this thing, especially the song Liquor Pheromones, as a genuine panic attack or anxiety personified, stalking me in a corn maze with an untamable erection and a rusted pizza cutter. That's what I hear.
Oh, I get that. Or like a house music for a secret nightclub in Berlin.
Hidden behind a supply shelf in the janitor's closet of a small startup tech company where people wear a lot of Velcro and leather. And vape a rare combination of puffball spores and pulverized green powder known simply as jade. What does it do?
You can talk to dead uncles. Their secrets. Fuck. Oh, blood feast. Like, I don't even know where to begin here. I don't know what can or needs to be said about the work of Herschel Gordon Lewis. Like, if you're watching our bullshit, then you need no introduction. No hyperbolic statements needed to express how he changed the cinematic landscape. With the simple act of ripping a real cow's tongue out of a playmate's mouth, only to have her and the other victims be cooked in an ancient Egyptian ritual sold by a catering company run by a man named Fuad Ramses. I can't even say this straight. Anyway, let me tell you, the bar was set. And it was set so incredibly low, but so goddamn heavy that it was pretty much fused to the floor, inspiring many worthy descendants like John Waters, Diodato, Fulci, Tom Six, and Lloyd Kaufman, all taking a crack at removing the blood-soaked sword from this stone. Herschel himself, a former ad man, once said that he saw filmmaking as a business and pitied anyone who regarded it as an art form. Lesson to be learned there, kids. Anyway, aside from writing and directing, like fellow auteur John Carpenter, Lewis also composed and recorded his scores with very little musical background. But Lewis' scores, man, they make even the crudest amateur dungeon synth sound like Yes's Relayer. And that's not a bad thing. Sadly, a lot of these scores were lost to time, and portions of the music on here had to be transferred from the master optical print. But you also get music from the equally celebrated, equally awesome 2000 Maniacs. So what you get here is a fun mix of sonic schlock. Like hilarious sound bites, melodramatic soap opera organ scores, incidentals, poverty pop, and bluegrass. Now, rumor has it that when Lewis died at the age of 90, Elton John considered re-recording Candle in the Wind in his honor. And I want you to believe that. I really do.
Hey, how's your diarrhea?
Just amazing.
That Madras did smell off, Daddy. Listen, I'm heading to Liquor Church. You guys need anything?
No, I'm cool, man. But listen, do you have any grass?
Oh, funny.
Or can I have a tooch?
Fuck you, I'm not giving you no tooch. You can have a biffer. You think this shit grows on trees, Jack?
Alright, fair enough.
I'll see you at Moochie's.
Hell yeah.
Well, alright then. And I love you.
I love you too, man.
I love you guys too.
You owe me 50, man.
Alright, fuck it. Here's a tooch.
God damn it.
And love.